Here's somebody, girl. Somebody, girl. You have it all, but so pretty, I am. Top school, girl. I am not from a part. Show me a pretty girl, why, you know? But a pretty girl, why, you know? Yeah, that girl ever do your mother. Read and that. Wind up your body, girl, you get it from your mother. You know you only get it up on top of the ladder and you have a call. Every girl in your shadow, we go so them cents. 5 cents, 10 cents, dollar. Your body template, every girl a follow. Chuck kick off shoes, bad bitch, no color. Sexy, and them could find another. Pretty girl, wine. Every pretty girl, wine. All right, yes, check, lip check, shoes check, back check, back line upset. Check again, girl, brick check, key check, money check, gold check, playlist band deck. Ready, now, everything you have it, girl. Here's somebody, girl, now watch somebody, girl. You have it all, but you're pretty on your body. Top school, girl, I ain't not for a part. Show me a pretty girl, why, you know? Yeah. But a pretty girl, why, you know? Ribbidi bam skang. Cool. You make man walk be cry cree. Your body right in. See out the road I want to make your wifey, but I'm not very likely. Tell him to try she. Cause every time she see you, she a wonder why.
Yeah, the pick. Michelle G. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Monday. Yeah, I am in the building today. It's Christmas week. Yay. I am here streaming live on getwiththefix.net. I have a great interview coming up today. I'm not here on Wednesday, so I decided to do my show today. You know, when you own a radio station, you can do what you want. You can do what you want. So I'm Michelle G. I'm about to get my interview started in a little bit with Craigyt of TOK. Yo, this EP, it's nothing like the normal TOK. This man has, it's ratchet. That's the only word I have for it. It's ratchet. It's fun. It's really good. So we're going to be talking to Craigyt in a little.
Hey, I think you deserve a voice note for your nice messages today. I woke up to the I'm gonna fuck you like a whore. Feel a lot better. I feel better with your dick down my friend. I'm in a naughty mood. Okay.
Unload, Matic fully loaded, it happy unload. Unload, up in your belly, me unload. Unload, rock it off, make a release, make damn load. Unload, up in your belly, me unload. Tattoo on the body jar, me a program it. She a good as out the road, but she a hold for me. Oh, me want it so much, she must see over me. Straight to God, the pussy, I bring program it, so on me. Me know me daddy must proud of me. The amount of top girl, we just can't get. Go.
Oh.
I'm good.
You're good? That's great. Like I was telling you earlier today, this EP you got going on here, it's not the normal TOK type of situation, you know?
True.
We are used to like the my crew, my dog, and walking in the sand and all of these other things. But this EP, Jaja. That's what we're used to. Why the change?
Actually, I mean, for those who have been TOK fans since day one, it's not really that much of a deviation from the norm. Like originally TOK has always been a little bit edgy, a little bit, raw and raunchy from ever since. So it's kind of a little bit more full circle than a change.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The thing is, I guess as you grow older, you kind of start
being free, right? Just being free, like whatever.
No, actually, the opposite. So you kind of like restricted. You have kids now. Yeah, you want to pay attention to what they listen to, what they're hearing.
Stop.
How you present to them.
Stop. Because this EP don't give me no type of nobody restriction.
No, so then that me I tell you, Michelle, man, so because of that, no, you kind of hide a certain side of you what you never released in a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, this is just kind of me releasing a lot of energies that I had pent up for years.
A long time, I can tell.
Yeah, so we just kind of, yeah,
I
yeah.
love it though. I love it. Definitely love it. Now you have been around for what, about 24 or so years doing this music?
Oh, long time, man, long
Long
time.
time.
Group actually started in 1992. Not to give too much away.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when TOK started. That's
Wow.
when four teenagers decided to cut class and build a group. So yeah, so it's been a long time.
It's
A
been a
long time.
long time. So the bad
Yeah,
behavior has been going on since 1992, let's say.
yeah, man. Our first number one came in '99.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely. Now I know you are not only a musician, an artist, you're a writer, you're a TV personality, you're a producer. You have like, when do you sleep?
Sleep. Actually, I just woke up. I woke up like 5 minutes ago. I take naps throughout the day. So I like 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 20 minute naps throughout the day. Big up to JT from the from the 718. I just saw him a while ago. Big up also to Tara. I
Yeah.
see you joining it. Yeah, young Ras, big up yourself. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man. So every day, all right. So let me tell you what I train to do since we
Okay.
just started.
All
I have
right.
to train tech sleep when I can get it.
Mm.
Yeah. So anytime I can get it. So planes,
Mm-hmm.
don't try to have a conversation with me on the plane. I'm
You're
out.
gone.
Yeah, man, I'm out, man. Oh,
So
I
before
know
we,
where we land.
you know where you land, right? That's all that's important. That's basically all that's important. But before we get deep into the interview, right? I've been having this discussion with the fellas, right? I don't know if you watch TV or if you have time to watch TV, but
Okay.
there's this movie on Netflix called Subservient, right? And
Okay.
it's a movie where this man, he's married, and
Mhm.
his wife got ill. She needed a heart. So she was in the hospital for heart surgery.
Okay.
And homeboy, they got a robot because you know that's the new thing now, that the age that we're in, right? So he
Mhm.
got a robot and he slept with the robots without his wife knowing. Is that cheating?
Um. Oh boy, this is you're getting philosophical with me now. Um. That's cheating on humanity. That's what. That's what it is.
It's
It's
cheating,
not
right?
really marriage. Yeah, that's cheating on humanity. You know how much gal out there could I get it there? Get a robot. Yeah.
Nobody has said that part of it. Everybody is defending the fact that it's a robot and like women use toys. So what's the difference with a man using a robot?
Nah, man. As a man, the only time you need your car, maybe into guns, you can have a gun, but you know. Ro- Robot, I don't want a robot, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I
So
mean, you can have a few, you could have a few spare parts, but
not
the
the whole
core of
thing,
the,
right? Not a whole.
yeah, the core of the real.
I like your answer. Nobody said that. I like your answer for today. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Now I just saw
Yeah,
you guys were performing on Taurus Riley's the free concert that was in Emancipation Park. And I know
yeah.
for somebody to be, you know, on Taurus Riley's stage, like you have to
Mhm.
definitely be somebody special, somebody great, somebody he loves, and all of that. So how was that for you guys?
Um, well, I mean, the thing is, all right, so it's mixed feelings. One is it's an honor to be able to perform in Jamaica. Um, oh, hold on, young.
Young
I have to
Raf.
read it. When I see the con-
He's
well, hold on,
electrosexual.
yeah. So no, man, it's an honor to be able to perform in Jamaica because we don't get that many opportunities to perform here. Especially since Flex not able to perform in Jamaica right now, so we're kind of
Okay.
holding off. So we're not taking any shows in Jamaica.
Okay.
So that part was great. Taros is like a brother to me, and he
Mm.
has been for many years now. So we're close that way. So this is like the third time I performed on that show. I performed solo on that show, and I performed one
Nice.
other. Okay. Yeah, it's a joy. The only drawback is that you don't get to perform a proper set for
Mm.
your fans. Because people are there and they hear us and they haven't heard us in such a long time, so they want to hear more of what we have to
Right.
offer us. That's the only drawback, you know.
Okay. Okay. I like it. I definitely like it. Now, you have this new EP out called Unload.
Lord, yeah.
And like I said, I was listening to the songs and I'm like, oh, okay, wow, all right, okay.
Random kind of, random kind of rude.
It sounds they're rude. But what I'm thinking is
A
that
good way.
you're in a good way, right? That's what I was about to say. Like we're going into 2025. Practically we're in 2025. And this is, the world, I think with music now is a little bit more free. Like I think you guys have more freedom now to
Right.
express yourself, in different ways. So I
Right.
like that you've gone this route fully on this EP. When you
Right.
started it, did you know that this was the avenue that you were going to take?
Yeah. Because as I say, man, I've, girl tune and gun tune. Oh gosh, man, I have so many of them that I give some artists sometimes, but then these lyrics just come to me all the while because it's like it's easy for me, so they come all the time. So it's like I have so many ideas for so many concepts for so many songs, and it's like I just have them, not doing anything with them, and I'm like, does this fit my brand? Does this does this that?
Right.
Too much thinking, man.
Yeah.
So I just sit one day and just say, we decide to just let them out. So just like fire them out.
One by one. Now you mentioned something about the gun song and that type of stuff, and with all of the stuff that's going on now with TikTok and these TikTokers being killed and all of that kind of stuff, I saw a young lady put up that she's no longer listening to any gun songs, and again they're asking for the gun songs and all of these things to be banned. What do you have to say to that?
Extreme cases calls for extreme measures, or extreme situations calls for extreme measures. So I think that the violence is definitely has gone for a little while, has gone too far. So that's what it takes, and that's what it takes. I've never been one for complete censorship before. I think that there should be a place for releasing that kind of energy if you have it. However, I understand that not just the marketplace, but let's bring it a little bit closer to home, more than marketplace. The community not in need of that kind of subject matter right now. So I'm not upset at it, which is kind of why I decided to, even though the album name Unload, I kind of decide towards the girl them instead. So every now and then there are some stresses that you need that significant other to release.
Yeah. Why the name Unload? Why the name Unload?
Let me just tell you, man. Sometimes you have to boss one. You know what I mean? So that's what I did.
Because I want people to understand that you're not talking about guns or anything like that.
No.
You're talking about sexual release, basically, throughout this whole EP that you have. Hence the name Unload. And even in the song Unload, there's those words in there. You're actually expressing those same words.
Yeah. So basically, it's like me I treat the act of ejaculation like busting a shot, an actual gunshot. So one in the belly, one in the head. Yeah, it's real.
Okay, so what's the one in the head? Like, what does that mean?
Well, it can go anywhere in the head, It can go up on the forehead, it can go up on the eye. All in your nose.
Nose? Have you ever drank water, right? And it come back to your nose? Like, have you ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, man. Then you see me, I take time with my tea. I sip the tea slow.
Okay. So why would you want for that to be in somebody's nose? Why?
No, it's not want it, but you have some.
It just gonna land there.
And I kind of every now and then. I mean, I do also believe that your sex life is your private life.
Yes.
So it's not everything, I divulge. But enough times, I woke up some girls that might be into some strange things.
Okay.
Some people like that. Okay. Some people like that. Some people like gun business. Some people like. When things in them.
People have different preferences, right?
Not me, I tell you, man.
And that's why the music exists. So you can.
Not me, I tell you, man.
You can express it.
Exactly. Precisely.
Yeah,
Precisely.
definitely. Now
Yeah.
your EP reached number 3 on the iTunes
Nice. Yeah.
charts. How was that?
Yeah.
Like when you saw that, like how was that for you?
It's a joy, man. There's a thing, with artists when you know that your work is appreciated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so that was really a heartwarming occurrence. That was really someone kind of touched me. It's kind of like validation.
Yeah.
You kind of say, yeah, you see, you're up on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
Go on there. That's basically all it was. You're up on the right track. Go on there, thing. So that me I do me I go on the thing.
Yeah, definitely. Now the album, the EP cover, right? Is very explicit.
It is.
Very explicit. And it's basically for those who don't know, it's a young lady's butt and a hand is like maybe slapped it or whatever, but it just stuck right there.
That was grabbing.
It was
Grabbing
grabbing. It
actually.
was grabbing. Why that? Why that?
I woke up one day with the idea, and my wife was happy enough to facilitate it.
I like her. Keep her.
Yeah,
Keep her.
thing.
I
Is
like
that
her.
it?
Isn't it great when you have a partner who you're able to have these explicit conversations with and enjoy those things? And it's like, okay,
Yeah, I think it's very important. I think it's very important that you and your person can share that kind of intimacy forever. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Those things are extremely important. At the end of the day, not just the love, but the lust have to be there as well. The fire have to be there as well.
yeah.
Desire as well. So you know, yeah,
I like it. I
yeah.
like it.
I mean, sometimes you like making love. Sometimes you might feel
Sometimes
like
you
live up
feel
a foot.
like outside in
Yeah,
park a car, wherever,
that is it.
wherever.
It.
How are people taking the EP? Like what is the reception that you've been getting in regards to it?
You know what? I actually expected a lot of negative backlash for
Mm,
it, but I've not gotten any since. I've
nice.
gotten only good reviews since.
Nice.
People like the fact that it's a new sound and it's
Yeah.
a fresh vibe,
Yeah.
a little bit different from how them know Craigyt in the past. So it's cool. It's really bit cool. And it feels good to be able to express myself in a different kind of way and
Mm.
and know why people still check feet. It have a vibes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about, because let's get this out the way real fast, and then we can continue. It was all
All
over
right.
the internet, all over the internet. I normally share a lot of things on my page, but that was something that I didn't share. I
Okay.
don't know why I didn't share it. I think I wanted to get like the full story before I shared it, because
Okay.
there's always the clickbait clips, and then people create their own narratives around what's happening or whatever. When you guys were performing at the Red Bull Clash, there was an incident on
Oh,
stage.
yeah, yeah.
There was that incident on stage where it could have taken you completely out of character. A lot of things could have happened at that moment on stage,
Yeah.
because someone was interrupting your performance basically, right? And I know
Yeah.
for me doing this show, like when I'm here, I'm zoned out. Like I'm completely zoned. I'm doing what I'm doing and that's it. And the way that you handle it, there were some criticisms, but there were also some people who were fully behind you, for lack of better words, in regards to the way that you handle it. What
Right.
happened, and do you think that you handled it the best way that you could?
All right. So as far as what happened is concerned, basically, as you said, it's just as you said it. Like our performance was continuously interrupted.
Mm,
Even before we went on stage, there was this fella. I don't know if he did feel like him a master ceremonies or what, but he was trying to conduct the performance. Now, none of us knew him. It's the first time
okay.
we've ever seen him. Nobody identified him as a person of authority, so I
Mm,
wasn't paying any attention to the things that he said. So when we went on stage, I noticed that there was somebody singing with us, and there was somebody controlling the whether or not the tracks played,
mm,
and it was annoying as fuck. And
yeah.
uh, I remember
I just couldn't take it no more. Someone else say, "Oh, done." Someone take the microphone from him, which, in my opinion, I that did me say, they say done. This brother tried to take back the microphone from me, and anybody who know me in the past knows that boy. Normally, me not think at points like that, in situations like that, I just react. Okay. So I do believe that I handled it in a good way. Was it the best way? I'm not so sure. Sometimes things replay in my head. Could that different right there, could have done that different right there. But under the circumstances, I'm pleased with how it turned out, because it could have turned out much worse.
Yeah, definitely. Now, when you like you said, in moments you look back and you're like, oh, maybe I could have did this, maybe I could have did that. I always say to people, right, that when you do something to somebody, you can't control their reactions, right? Right. So at that moment, I felt as though that, you did what was necessary. And like I said, I never shared it because I was like, I wanted to get the full story, because I didn't want people to have the opportunity to comment and put you down or anything like that. A lot of times, when we do these types of things, we just put things on social media. And I'm not one of those people, because I'm like, look, I'm talking to you. Right. And I didn't know that I would have been having this interview with you. And then I could have put something on my page and somebody said something crazy, and then you're like, yeah, no, I'm not talking to that girl.
But them things don't really bother me still, no, Michelle. I tell you the truth, in a long time I do this thing, so certain things don't really faze me. Once I'm alright with it myself, I'm alright with it with God, good. The same thing them want to say, make people talk, And usually people talk after things are done by the people who do things. So I don't really have, them something that bother me.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm definitely glad. I'm glad you handle it the way that you handle it. So I definitely am glad that I'm able to tell you that I'm glad that you handle it that way, because a lot of times people put you in positions and don't really understand, like you're TOK, right? Like everybody knows you guys are TOK. You've been in this industry, you've done your work, you've made some amazing music, you've been all over the world. You guys are up here in this music, and for somebody to put you in a position where things could have been a little different, I don't really, like that kind of stuff.
Say, I don't even go so far with it, is to me, is a matter of respect,
Yeah. That word.
I mean, me wouldn't even walk on the stage and do that to a young artist, because at the end of the day, each man is a man. Each man deserves a certain level of respect, and this is respect what me show to people. So I expect them to show it back to me.
Definitely.
You understand?
Definitely.
So I have some certain lines on my drawing, and I just guess on me there when I draw my line. Then most times people think it's to keep people out, but it's really to keep me in. So don't come over the line and come in here. So when you come in here, so it's a problem.
What?
But
what's your sign?
I mean, no.
What's your sign? What month are you born?
Virgo.
I figured.
But the thing is, going, my past, my ex-road manager always cuss me, he must say, yo, sometimes I leak down some boy, all them stuff. That's what I always say. But really and truly, I feel sorry for the brother Star. Yeah, it reached a point now where I say, oh gosh, man, people are beating him too bad. It's like them should have, because afterwards now I get to understand who, and I realize that boy, the youth, it really just try make a name for himself. And he do it in a fuck up way. I'm trying to fuck up way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
you gotta know, but you gotta know who you're dealing with, right? Like before I did this interview today, it took me hours to put this together, because you gotta know who you're talking to and who you're dealing with. So for that people dealing with him some sort of way is a lesson for him to hey.
Yeah.
You don't just don't interrupt certain people or anybody, as a matter of fact, when they're doing their job.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So let's get back to this EP. Why is DJ Frodo so important for this EP?
Boy, so it's just a connection, it's just a connection that we built. Frodo, I think I'm the last person in TOK that Frodo has worked with. I
Okay.
think he already has singles with every other member of the group.
Okay.
It's just somebody that I keep hearing beats from, and I'm like, yo, because he puts up a beat on Instagram sometimes, and I keep hearing them. I'm like, yo, this song good, this song good, this song good. And he reached out to me in my DM one. No, I think I reached out to him first, and I was like, yo, this beat bad. But it wasn't reached out to try and work. It was just me, I pick him up because I like beat.
Okay.
And then he sent me a couple, and then actually TOK, when we started recording again, I was looking for beats for the group to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Sent him a message, and I was like, yo, send me some tracks. And he sent me a folder with 18 tracks. And like, I'm telling you, like 90% of them was fire.
Wow.
And like, man, the group, and like, TOK kind of take a while to voice most times,
Okay.
so it got big out.
Okay.
But there's some of me, I hear somebody reading them was just a talk to me. And me, I say, yo, you voice fast, because, the trigger finger, voice fast.
Yeah.
And it just didn't happen, and I just say, oh, Frodo, I shut them up, and I was just sending him songs back to back because I write fast,
Okay.
I have as you can say, I have my home studio, so like that's where I am now. So
Nice.
it's like I recorded. I just recorded the demos,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kept sending them to him, and it just come out.
Yeah. I could clearly understand that, because that was one of my thing when I downloaded the songs, and I just want you to know that I purchased all of your songs for this EP.
Respect.
Yeah, I definitely purchased all of your songs. I try to do that as much as I can, because I think that that's important. When you guys are making your music and that type of stuff, the sales is extremely important. And a lot of times people just send each other music, instead of just going to these apps and buying and purchasing. So I wanted you to know I purchased each song on your EP, and that's how I'm able to play them today. Because you see, I didn't ask you for. I asked you for one thing, and then I figured it out, and I was like, never mind.
Big up.
So let's talk about this song called, and I need to make sure I'm saying it right. Aya. Did I say that right? All right, let's talk about that song. Tell me about it.
Okay, so that was the first song I recorded for Frodo.
Okay.
That rhythm, I just love that rhythm. I think that rhythm is called Mad Festival. I know. Yeah. So when I got that rhythm, I was like, yo, I need for voice on this, and the idea came to me like immediately, like real quick. I say, yo, like. I not hear no words. I just want something for the girl that broke out and get mad to. It's like it's been a while,
Mm-hmm.
Some say, yo, just want something fast paced and something I'm just a spit on. And
that sound like a little bit, but okay, carry on.
Yeah, after the spit one. So yeah, so I just want something to just fire some lyrics, hard fast on, and so like it just came to me. I mean, there's not really no real depth to the create of it, except more than just a fun, cool dancing energy that I've decided to put out.
Definitely. So here is Aya.
Aye.
Sorry.
When I laugh with them, every girl. Rock out, on the rhythm, you better not drop off any clothes where you think me. I tell you, pop it off, laugh when you have a devil bubble like your craft. Any boy no understand that get cut off, fuck off, you know stop, you know skylark, no time for your church, girl, you know too talk on the floor, you let them not chop on your back. Baseline, I'm at them Bellevue Park, girl. How many y'all let me? Rock out and go down. How many y'all let me? Y'all have to stop whining and watch you. Worse out when you roll with your crew. Party nights when you're passing through. That's why we have to love you true. Stop whining and watch you. Worse out when you roll with your crew. Party nights when you're passing through. That's why we have to love you true. With
that song, that's TOK. That's the TOK aspect of the music, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, all of us have that, all of us
Yeah.
have, all four
Yeah.
of us have that thing because, it's our thing,
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you must hear that. Any solo album where you pick up, you are going to hear traces of that familiar stuff because it's the collective of all four energies that really add to the whole vibe and the sound and feel like. So, yeah, basically that's how it goes. You are going to hear that. You are
Yeah.
going to hear
Definitely,
that.
definitely, definitely. I mean, you guys have this unique sound.
Give
That
that
every time we hear a song, we know that it's you guys
respect.
on it. So that unique sound is definitely there. Now with we're always talking about when artists such as yourself have been around for so many years. And in talking about the longevity definitely of TOK, what do you think it is the main reason that you guys are still here? People, your songs still play in the clubs, like all of them. What is the reason you think that is happening for you guys?
People like you. That's really it. We give thanks to everybody that has been supporting TOK over the years. At the end of the day, it's really about the listener and the listener's experience and the fan experience. That's really all it's about. So, we've been blessed enough to maintain a heavy fan base over the years, and it feels good to know that I'm still messing with us.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. What is some advice that you would have though for, because there's a lot of times we see groups who pop up and then next thing you know, everybody go their own way and everything is done. It's a wrap, da 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 da. What is some advice that you would have for individuals who are in groups? Like what keeps it solid? I mean, I know there have been instances where things happen or whatever, but
Right.
you guys are back on track, everybody's together and that type of stuff. Like what is some advice you'll give to people?
That's a difficult. Respect is the
Mm,
most important. That's what I would say. I would say at the end of the day, if no matter what happens, you still treat each other with a certain level of respect. I think that you'll be able to overcome most things that come up. I mean, there are times, of course, when individuals were really meant to stay individuals, and just so happens that they ended up in a group. And in situations like that, it's okay to part ways. You have to know what's right for you.
yeah.
In our case, it's important to keep TOK together. Even at this point, I almost feel like we have a responsibility to the listeners and to the fans to stay together and put it out because it was such an important part in so
Yeah.
many people's life.
Yeah.
So it's necessary that we keep that going. But outside of that, we're free to express ourselves individually as well. So it's all good.
Yeah, definitely. Tell me about the aspect of being in a group and everybody does their own solo thing. Why is that important? Why do you think that's important? Hi,
What is a
Basie.
special what did you say?
I said hi, Basie. I just see Basie on the live.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's especially important because we're four big men.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, there are things that I might feel passionate about and feel passionate about saying that everybody else might not feel or share that same vibe at the moment.
Hmm.
So when things like that happen, I am going to need an outlet. So I'm going to need a little space to be able to explore my own what's the word? Not even
Creativity.
experiences and
Okay.
creativity
Hmm.
and be able to express them, publicly. So yeah, it's just allowing each person that freedom and clarity of mind that comes after you release that kind of, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely, definitely. So I want to talk to you about the outro because if this is the outro, what's the intro?
Yeah, that you need to know. um, the outro. I mean, what can I say? It basically sum me up. It's something that I've heard people say about me before,
Oh,
and
oh,
I decided to share it.
okay.
It's not after, but it's a real thing.
It's a real
You
thing.
know,
Okay.
yeah. What it is that I am a man in
Mhm.
its complex.
Okay.
So there are many sides of me. There are many different aspects to my
Mm.
personality, to my vibe, to my energy, to my emotions, and it's an interesting roller coaster for you to ride.
I want to play it, and then I want to have some conversation around it. Okay?
No problem.
All right.
I don't know, girl. I just find all of this fascinating. The fact that I can put him in a suit and take him to church with me, and it looks like he's supposed to do it. He can turn around and really slap me out and then unload in my belly. And I actually like it. I just find it kind of crazy, but there's something about it.
How does one approach a lady with that? Like, how does one?
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
Okay.
No, that's you don't approach a lady with that. That comes after the approach and everything is done. At the end of the day, there are certain layers that you only get to. You deserve to get there, you know. And that's right there. I've always been one of those people that you can carry home to your mom, of course, you can carry home to your daddy. And we can meet and sit up and have tea and cool and go to church together and everything. But I will tie you up and
I was waiting for that part.
it's real.
But okay, so after you've been talking to some, like, what is the length of time that you talk to somebody and then you say to them, like, well, these are the sexual desires that I have. These are the things that I do. Like, what's the length of time that you have to be talking to somebody to bring that part of the conversation up?
You know, someone really agree with that length of time thing there. I mean, it's just
Okay.
like it's a connection, you know, and it's an energy. You know, sometimes that can happen within a day. Sometimes that can happen within a month, maybe a year, maybe an hour. You know, these things just
Jaja.
it's just flow. It's just flow, you know. It's just flow, Michelle. It's just a flow. It's just a flow. So anything is possible.
Anything
You
is
know,
possible. Anything is possible.
well, most anything, but
As long as somebody's willing to do it, right?
many things is possible.
As long as somebody's willing to do it or experience it or whatever the case may be, right?
As long as both people willing. Yeah.
But okay, so if you are a man who those are the things that you like, right? And you meet a girl who's not into all of that, do you do like the whole 50 Shades of Grey type of situation? Or do you say, yeah, no, this is not gonna work for me?
I mean, back in the day, I mean, kind of, I think better behave still. But back in the day, I have been in. It's funny, you know, because when you say 50 Shades of Grey, I remember when that book came out. When those books came out, like I had people messaging me, Jesus Christ, did you give somebody like did you tell somebody?
Really?
Yeah, man. Like I've had contractual relationships in the past. I've had women on the contract before, yeah. But that's way back though.
Not now.
In my 20s.
For disclaimer, in his 20s, people. In his 20s. Long time ago. Now you are also a writer for other people. Like you do write music for other people. Do you ever like feel as though your work that you have written is not getting recognized? Because a lot of times people may not go on interviews and say, well, Craigyt wrote this for me or whatever the case may be. Do you ever feel that way? Because I remember you posting a video where you said that silent money is the best kind of money.
Yeah, and it is. Residual income is the best. Is a job, and especially because it's somewhat unpredictable as well.
Yeah.
It's a job. Get a surprise and a song licensed here. A song like you wrote 3-4 years ago was licensed recently, and then you get a check out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they're just nice.
Right.
What was the question again? No, okay, so no, I don't feel a way, you know. It's just that it's almost like the stories have to coincide. So if I say I wrote for X, I would expect when X is asked that them say Craig wrote for me. So because I wasn't seeing that often, I was like, okay, maybe it's not something that I should be doing, and I don't feel no way. It's not really doing it no more. It's not really call name more because, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, but you do get like the publishing and all of those things.
Yeah, Yeah, man,
Okay.
my paperwork is in order.
Okay,
Paperwork is in order.
let's talk about that for a minute, right? Because again, these things are all over the internet where people are don't have ownership to their stuff. They're not getting
Right,
any publishing and all of these other things. Music is being taken down for copyright infringements and
right,
all
right,
of
right.
this stuff. What is it that you guys, TOK has been doing, and even yourself doing your own solo EPs and stuff? What is it that you guys have been doing differently to ensure that you own your catalogs? Like this is TOK stuff. This is Craigyt and Basie and everybody else in the group. Like, what have you guys been doing differently? You think?
It's agreements, it's agreements, and is to take the emotion and the personalization out of the agreements and understand these contracts actually facilitate a smoother connection between the artist and the writer,
Okay.
or two, or the artist and the producer, whoever going for the owner master. Like so it's not being afraid to have conversations, present these split sheets and these master ownership agreements. Like it's not being to say, yo, how can we split ownership of this record, or how the publishing go? Did someone else write this, or are you the only writer on this, and just talking about it as comfortably as you would talk about the actual song.
Okay.
And I find that a lot of are unwilling to have those conversations, but there's nothing wrong, and there's no disrespect attached to them. It's just necessary, But I guess old school, old time days, nobody never wanted them kind of money and accounting conversations get into the creative process. So them used to shy away from it. But nowadays, I mean, come on, man,
It's
it's
important.
nothing.
It's very
Yeah,
important.
man.
It's definitely
Yeah, man.
important. Definitely important. So let's talk about Onion. Because when you did the suspect challenge, you said that gal must buy like onion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Onion is really everybody's favorite. That's the song that people are really gravitating towards.
Okay.
Yeah. Why? What am I gonna say about it? It just flow. It just flow. I like sexy music.
Okay.
I like music, and I like for present songs where girls can move in a sexy and a seductive way too. And I believe that I accomplished that with Onion. The thing that it came to me. A lot of these things, it's hard to take credit for writing because these things is more time the ideas just come out. Yeah, I just allow myself to be the best vessel, put them
Yeah.
out there. So yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
here is onion.
Sí,
yeah, play it.
Katy. Tus palabras en orden.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Long on me and wine like me and your only man. Me no care if a true lion tell me say I'm my pussy, we get house and land. Stick body up in a your middle, make you shake and shiver and ball like onion. Do what me tell you, back up on me and ride and not give me no opinion. Right, this press up on me and breathe. Bust up the string and lace. All when me around you like smaddy me and down walk till turn round. Make me see your face for a second and push it back in the pillowcase. Good pussy enough your waist. Me not care who I want up your body, girl. Me a spray one in your eye like mace. Girl come sit down on me and wine like me and your only man. Me not care if a true lion tell me say I'm my pussy, we get house and land. Slip body up in your That is it. That is it. I mean, is understanding that really and truly a woman body, so you have it, you might be in complete control over it, you might can do things with it, but it's only for a while. At the end of the day, it's still her body, so, But it feels good for years, so I might want, what me know, I know, man.
You're on borrowed time, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I feel our own, man.
I like it. I like it. Now that you this song, right? Because a lot of times men aren't too fancy about the idea of somebody else's woman that they're with or whatever. Like because a lot of times men say, yeah, we don't get emotional about those things, but feelings sometimes do get involved in situations. And the song is basically saying, I don't care. You're
Yeah, man.
here with me right now. Let's do this and keep it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. I just said, man, I'm very good with understanding that we live in the present, you know. So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, at that moment, that's the only person in the world, and at that moment, I'm the only person in the world for her. So it's a thing, you know. And make we just hold that and work with that and see how we can cope with that.
I like it. Not for myself. I'm just saying I like it.
So yes, yes,
Try not to get myself in problems. Um,
so
so
yes.
I have a question for you. So if you're cheating on your woman, other men should be able to talk to her as well. True or false?
If you want, go ahead.
If you're cheating on your woman, other men should be able to talk to her.
No, me can't decide that. Me can't decide that. That I feel, as I say, I feel her body, you know.
Mm,
It's her body. Yeah, man. Anything that she chooses to do with it, she must choose to do with it within her own comfort. You know, so
okay.
if she's uncomfortable with it, don't do it. If she's comfortable with it, then do it. But
Okay.
I think it got happen with me. but,
You hear me saying,
but
okay, okay, uh-huh. Because
yeah.
I'm
Now,
always
a
waiting
woman.
for the
Hey, let
end.
me tell you something.
Mm,
Let me tell you something. You
mm.
can't say anything if I say now. If a woman decides that she's gonna do
She
something,
gonna
she's
do
gonna do
it.
it. Yeah.
She gonna
So
do it. She gonna do it.
yeah. So I'm not getting no permission for go do nothing, but
You would
me I
hope
eat
she
that me.
wouldn't, right? You would hope that she might be like, you know what I got
I
here.
try and think about it. So me not
Oh,
even the hope.
I like it.
I just leave it.
You just leave it. I
Leave
like it. I like it. It also another post that says it takes a man 172 days to know if a woman is wife material. This is a new study that's saying that. Like that's like 5 to 6 months. As a
Okay.
man, how do you feel about that?
Wife material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about that you're gonna know. You're gonna know if she's somebody to be considered for that post. You're
Okay.
gonna know.
What does a
By the
woman what
you
does
might not you might not have done it at that point,
a
but you're gonna know.
what does wife material encompass?
That's the thing. That's the thing now when you ask that I don't it's different for everybody.
Okay.
It's different for everybody. Like everybody have you know differences and quirks in their
Mm,
personality what they have to find that person that can handle those things
mm,
and vice versa. It differs for everybody. For everybody. But as I said, the root, you know, why it's amazing how one word can just be like a theme for the whole time that we've been talking. But respect is a thing.
yeah,
At the end of
yeah.
the day, so many things can be handled if they're done, you know, with respect of the
Mm,
other person's feel,
mm,
other person's value, other person's worth in your life. It is a thing,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about no echo, Jaja. Ja
yeah.
and Ja.
You know, that's my favorite song, you know.
I bet. I bet. I bet.
That's my favorite song that you
Before
do.
we get into even the song, have you ever encountered a girl that you had that there was an echo, echo,
No,
and
no, I have not. It's mythical. I've heard about such creatures, but I've never been, I've never had any contact with anybody like that.
what do you think you would say to a girl though? Like, what would that conversation sound like? You know, even though you've never
Uh,
encountered, like, what would you say to her in regards to that?
you know, so it's okay to have a song like that. You know, it's okay to have a song like that, but I never need to write a song that you know.
Probably.
Let me just how me I go tell this girl her boom boom no good. that was yo, yeah, but we did have a song. We did have a song like that way back in the day. I don't think you can find that on YouTube even.
What
It's an old song. But
what
you can't. Oh, you gonna say? You gonna say? You can't say
I mean,
nothing.
you
It's
gotta say
just
something. You gotta say something because somebody told me one time, right, that he told this girl that yeah, it's just not a vibe for me. It's not for
not
me. And
feel it. Not feeling literally. It's not feeling. It's a dancing night. You know, yeah, I mean, you have to just let her down easily. You have to just find a way for you know, politely say, boy, this not got me again.
How do you put? But how do you? Because I've never experienced that. Let me put that out there. But how do you politely say to somebody, "Look"? I mean, okay, as a girl, I'm gonna say, right? I've had to tell men, yeah, this is not it, and I'm like blunt like that, like, yeah, this is not gonna work.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
ugh.
Me too. That's exactly how that's exactly how I did. And I said, boy, my friend, you know, so this not gonna really work. Not gonna work. But now I feel it. I'm not think I'll go back it. So better we just left it. Better we just left it there. That's what I just yeah.
Let's say you exit left, I exit left, and we both exit, and that's that.
I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So, what was the idea behind? Like, how did you even come up with the no echo song? Like, how did that even happen? Because you said you've never experienced nothing like this, but I'm sure people probably have told you. But
so
how?
it's just flexing. It's just a girl flex for another girl. Like, you know, you can't hide from me and me or some man are going at the thing and I and last. Basically, I just that's it. I just that's it. That's it. You can't go like a weekend when really and truly I know that, you know,
They
it's
gonna
not
beat you
happening
up.
for you.
They gonna beat you up
Yeah.
in the streets.
No, man, I'm not trouble. Unless of them. Them.
There is no echo.
Yes. Rubber waistline, big crowd, if I one dive them off that great bend over, girl. Tell you what the thing with the old man. Serious Jackie Chan, you know, post pan. Rock it and pop it off for your slogan. Wind up now, hold back for no one. Hold up your body like a origami. You know, say you have a type punani. Girl, I size up with you. I'm gonna drop in a them hole and a echo, echo. Girl, you have the grip, you have the motion. You know deep and wide like the ocean. You know wrinkle like a old pan. Skin smooth and regular in lotion. Bubble up your waist, your body no cranny. Any man see you instantly on it. Girl, you have the glow control. No cable, no echo.
That part of the song is very dangerous.
Man,
No, no
mad.
echo.
You know, originally, you know, I wanted to use the goofy scream in it. You know when Goofy drop off a cliff in a Disney.
Uh-huh. Can't take it. I can't take it. I cannot take it. Now,
The music must be fun, man.
yeah, man, definitely, and we definitely need fun music right now with so much that's going on in the world, definitely. So, you're also on TVJ, doing daytime TV,
Daytime life.
daytime live. Now, how is that going for you? How is that going for you?
Oh, wicked man! That's a wicked vibe. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just an opportunity for me to share my personality with the world. I mean, many people are interested in, like, you know, how I really am and,
Mm,
you know, what really think. And it's just another way, you know, or that I share that. So, you know, people love it.
definitely, definitely, definitely,
So,
definitely. So the song that I played in the beginning called "Pretty Girl Wine," Pretty Girl Wine.
right, right.
Tell me about that, and why was it so important? This entire EP is geared towards the women, bigging us up, giving us some advice, and all making us
Yeah,
dance and think and all of
yeah.
those types of things. Like, so tell me about Pretty Girl Wine.
Well, I mean, that's at the GRWM anthem, you know. So I mean, I said, go get ready with me, kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's that's the song to play when you get ready for go. That's the song to play when you check off the list. You know,
yeah.
lips check here, check
Hair check
up keys, and yeah,
uh,
everything. So, you know, say
outside.
everything that is oh, so you're ready for the road. I
Yeah,
mean, basically, I saw it go. I mean, that one day I just wanted everything that for you know, get the girls them hyped up when they're going out. You know, because
yeah.
at the end of the day, we want the best of you out there. So, you know, I try gear the sound.
I like it. I definitely like it because it's important. Like, when we're getting dressed to go out, even in the shower, like, we're singing,
That's a
dancing,
good place. A good place.
and doing all kinds of things. So you need that hype
Right.
behavior to get motivated to go to wherever you're going for your day. So looking back,
Right.
what if you could have a conversation with your young self, what would you say to young Craig? What would you say to him?
That girl there, don't talk to that girl there, my youth. She leave she. You don't need that. You don't need that, General. No, focus on somebody. No, on a serious note though. On a serious note though. I mean, you know what I would say to myself. There's some investment choices that I made and I
Ooh,
lost some big dollars in.
wow.
Those things I would have stayed away from. I tell
Mm,
myself to stay away from them. I mean, at the end of the day, risks are extremely important, especially when you're building.
yeah.
But that's the only thing because I know now as a future person I would know that specific bit of information
Mm,
so that I would have even when I give myself some lot of numbers too, that might be a possibility as well. But outside of that, I have no regrets,
yeah.
I have no regrets. I live a very full and happy life and I'm surrounded by a lot of love and affection and support. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So I'm in a very good place. Very good place. So it's cool.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So you're also on the board of directors for the Jamaican Music Society, and you're also on the board of directors for the Grammy. Um,
No, no. I'm board of directors for the Grammys now. I'm a voting
you're a
member,
voting member on the
and I'm
Grammy.
on a few other subsidiary committees as well, but not on the board of directors.
Tell,
But
tell me why
it's
that's
up there.
important. Why that's important? Because the conversations are always like, oh, the music is not getting to who it needs to get to. It's this, is that, is all of these other things, and yet nobody does anything. So why is this so important for you? Why is this important for you?
No, because I feel that I need to be a part of the discussion and a part of the decision making if I'm not happy with the decisions or the discussions. So that's where I am. If I don't like the way a direction, uh, it's not a direction. If I don't like the direction that a body of people are trying to take the music, the culture, and the genre in,
Mhm.
then it's my point of duty to be a part of the next decision that is being made. So basically, that's what it is, and it's also a way that I can see myself benefiting the community. And I
Yeah.
thought when I say community, I mean the music community, the reggae community, the dancehall community, the Jamaican community musically in a better way. So it's me just offering service to that sector.
What do have you since you've been on these committees and stuff? Have you seen any changes in regards to how reggae and dancehall music is being portrayed around the world? How it's getting to the Grammys and all of those things?
Yes, a little bit, but it is what it is groundwork.
Mm,
So like when you have weights, for the first couple of months you might not see any results, but
mm,
you know
mm,
that things are happening.
mm.
Is the same way that's going on now. There are a lot more of us that are present and active
Mhm.
now in the Grammys especially than they were before. And I want to encourage as many people as possible to let your voice be heard and get involved because at the end of the day, the more active and proper practitioners that are involved in the decision making is the better the decisions will be.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, because it's a peer based poll.
Mm.
So at the end of the day is your people that you're among on a day to day basis and that is with on a day to day basis. These are the people that are voting. So the more of us that are involved, the better.
Yeah, definitely push the music to more people, and more give people more understanding of the music, because a lot of times it's not Caribbean people that were making these decisions. It's the American
Right.
aspect of it. And now that you guys are getting involved, you're able to tell them, look, this is what the song is saying, this is what it's doing, this is what it does, and this is who the person is, and all of those things.
And the thing is to, go right back to what I was saying before about like artists and creatives not liking to deal with paperwork.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of, so, a lot of that is changing now. There are a lot more people that are willing to get into the administrative side because they understand that that's really where the business happens. That's really where the big money is. That's really where the decision is made. That's really where the course is set. So yeah, they might get involved, and it's a good.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely love it. Definitely love it. So let's talk about Manabala. Tell me about with yourself, Basie, and DJ Frodo.
Don't hold on a little bit.
You there? Hello, hello, hello. Hey, what?
There, man.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, yeah, I have to brighten up that light because the small light then.
Okay.
Yeah. What you say now?
Manabala, this song with yourself, Basie, and DJ Frodo.
Oh yeah. So Manabala is it's just a flasting song. As I said, most of the subject matter for this EP is very light and very fun. Yeah. So Manabala is I guess is a lot of music that me and my brother do. Okay. So me and Bass, very, very good musical connection. So because of TOK, but outside of that, so we have a very close friendship as well. So Manabala is a manifestation of that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we decide to show off a little bit because every now and then we do it because we can. So yeah, that is it. We don't show off much, but we fit in to do it.
I mean, you've earned it.
Yeah, there you go.
You've earned it. So here is Manabala.
Try what some guy a pray. All them a try, them could never be. What them a do, we do that already.
Probably them never heard of it.
Manabala, never clean, never fresh, man a star, and I don't even know. That way you can't go, so not try you and back up your toe. Hear that? Top class in every girl top spot. True angle in my town, we don't chat. You not see nothing like we again, but yes, I know.
First to my step, put chip on my foot, hickey on my neck. Every gal rest me them nipple get erect. Smell the royal, do them pussy get wet. If me said fuck no, they put me up like a locket. Any gal who want me get, I just make it select. Man a superstar, live my life without regret. Every gal around me knows that them now get threats. Me pick up every check.
Man a baller. Never clean, never fresh, man a star, and I don't even know. That way you can't.
Because the ladies like to see clean men. We like to see men clean outside.
That is it.
That is it. You get a better, if you say hi, she might respond, hey, because you're clean from head to toe,
That is it. That is it. And if you know anything about me, you know something. Pana
level. Definitely pana level. Yeah. Definitely pana level. So I know that you guys will be in Honduras at the end of the month. And are you guys anywhere else before the year is over?
So we'll make some runs in Jamaica, Okay. Basically, I mean, it's been a while since they've heard us. So we'll pass through and touch some stages just for. Boy, we really did kind of miss Jamaica. Okay. I mean, speaking personally, I mean, I know everybody will have a different answer, but I really, really miss performing here. I think that is the root, So I'm very happy on a stage in Jamaica. And as I said, because Flex not able to be here, we're not taking any shows here. So because of that, we'll take this opportunity this Christmas for kind of pass through. And I guess it's a present to with our present. I guess that's the thing there. I mean, it's just that's really it. Outside of Honduras, that's it. Nice. So right now we're booking for 2025. So we're taking offers for 2025 now. So
definitely. I mean, like I said, you as TOK, you guys have been giving us some excellent music for years. A lot of us grew up on you guys' music. The music still plays in parties. There's that song that, when somebody passes away, that's the song that is played. Footprints is the song that everybody plays and that type of stuff. And, looking back on your career, because this is a career, this is not a joke thing. Like, this is your career,
Correct.
This is a career.
Correct.
This is a career to see that, you know, all of you guys are still here, still giving us great music, and is able to do your own solo things and still maintaining, still making your bread, you know, still owning your stuff and all of that. Like, I feel like, are you guys ever gonna write like a book, anything, a documentary being done, any of those things?
You know, we've been talking about doing a documentary.
Yeah.
So me get back my life.
Yeah.
We've been talking about doing a documentary. I think it will come. I don't know when, but I think it will come. We've been speaking to a few producers, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But it is a thought of ours.
Yeah.
It is a thought of something that we're seriously considering.
I like it.
Yeah.
We need to know more about you guys, right? Because a
Exactly.
lot of times people only hear the music. They don't really know your full stories, the trials, the tribulations, the wins, the losses, all of those types of things. So I think that because you guys have been a paramount group in this industry, you know, it's something y'all really need to think about it. Really definitely need to think about it.
Yeah. And it's something that we are seriously thinking about. So yeah, let's see. I hope it happens. I think because everything is really in, you know, God's divine timing. So
yeah, definitely.
if he sees fit, then it will happen. But just know that we are seriously considering it.
I like it. I definitely like it. Definitely like it. So what's next for you? Like any future collaborations? Like what else does Craigyt?
Okay, so I can tell you a couple of things that are coming out next.
Okay.
I have on the timetable, I have 2 albums scheduled for next year.
Nice.
These are solo albums, 2 solo albums scheduled for next year. One of them is so one is a solo album. I already have the title, but I won't tell you yet. And then the other one is from my label, which is Gaff Jam. So I will put out a Gaff Jam remixes album next year. Maybe EP, maybe album. I'm not sure yet. That I haven't decided yet, but I know those 2 things are on the calendar for next year. Also, next year is the 20th anniversary of the release of Unknown Language, which is the album with footprints on it.
Yeah.
So that's a big next year is a big deal for TOK. So I know that we will be looking at the possibility of putting out an album next year. So that is also something that we have on the agenda to discuss.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things on the agenda. TOK meeting is like a 3.5, 4 hour meeting usually. So it's like it gets drawn out. But we have a lot of business going on, so it's important for us to be on the same page. So
yeah, definitely.
those things are there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, you know, you guys, we've been admiring you for centuries, for a very long time. Like I said, we all grew with you guys. And it's so great again to see each of you doing your own thing. And still being the group that you are, and people expecting when they see TOK, they see everybody with TOK. So it's been, for me, this is a circle of life type of moment. Like, you're the second member from TOK that I've interviewed.
Respect.
Basie was the first. And it's just a great moment, definitely, for me, for you to give me this opportunity to do this today. And I definitely appreciate you for letting me do it.
Respect, man. Respect. Big up. Thank you for having me, actually.
Yeah, definitely. So leave us with something positive. Leave us with some positive words.
Positive words. Everything is positive. Think about that. Never let anybody tell you what you are, what you can do, what you can be. Never let anybody define you. Understand that you within yourself are a being that is capable of impossible actions and impossible feats. And once you believe in yourself and you make those first steps in faith, you'll be surprised at the things that you can accomplish. So you should do them fearlessly.
I love that. I love that. Tell everybody where they can get this EP. Where can they get the EP?
Oh gosh, it's available on all digital platforms right now. The EP is called Unload. It's a collaborative project with myself, Craigyt, and DJ Frodo. Go check it out. It's on Tidal, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. You can find stuff right here on IG. You can find the audios and the visualizers on YouTube. It's all over. check it out. Follow my social media. Right here is Craigy_TOK. The website is kingcraigy-t.com. Everything is right there. You find everything from right there. That's the hub. Yeah, get involved.
Definitely. And if anybody want drops, dubs, all of those
Yeah,
things.
man, DM me, man. Link up, man. Send me a message, DM. Send me a link in the mailing list, because there's a mailing list on my website. So send me an email. Send me a link directly. Send me a message here. Reach out. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Craigyt, thank you so much for being here today. I definitely enjoyed this EP. I enjoy the EP. I like ratchet things. I do.
That makes me feel good, I like that. I appreciate it.
I like ratchet things. So I appreciate you giving us this side of you, and continue being great. That's all I have. Continue being great.
Thank you.
Thank
you. You too.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
All right, cool.
All right, bye. Get with the fix, Michelleg. That was Craigyt. Craigyt from TOK. His new EP, Unload, is out right now, doing very, very great on the charts. And I'm Michelleg.
Today, for your nice messages left today. I woke up to the I'm gonna fuck you like a whore. Do a lot better. But I feel better with your dick down my friend. I'm in a naughty mood.
Yeah, unload. Matic fully loaded, it up unload. Up in your belly, me unload. Rock it off, make a release, me damn load. Unload. In your belly, me unload. Tattoo on the body jar, me a program it. She a good as out her road, but she a hold for me. Oh, me want it so much, she must see over me. Straight to God, the pussy I bring program me, so for me. You know me daddy most proud of me. The amount of top girl we just can't get over me. Continue bubble from the boy like it's a show for me. Back it up and went slow for me. Me unload. Matic fully loaded, it up unload. Up in your belly, me unload. Rubber waistline, big crowd. If I one dive them off that grip, bend over, girl. Girl, you have a thing with you, old man. Serious Jackie Chan, you know, post pan. Rock it and pop it off for your slogan. Wind up now, hold back for no one. Hold up your body like a origami. You know, say you have a type punani. Girl, I size up with you. I'm gonna drop in at them all and I echo. Look on the mash it up again.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Stang. Gonna laugh with them. Every girl. Rock out. Pan the rhythm, you better not drop off any toes. Where you tell me, I tell you, pop it off, and laugh. And you want to get to bubble like your craft. Any boy no understand that get cut off. You know, soft, you know, kind of, man, a time for your church, girl. You know, too talk. When you flow, you let them in a chop and you walk. Baseline, I'm at them Bellevue Park, yeah.